In Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, we see this emphasis given to us. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God your needs, and don't forget to do what? Thank Him. That's praise. Thank Him for His answers. If you do this, if you do what? Talk to God about your needs and thank Him for His answers, even before the answers come. If you do this, you will experience God's peace, which is far more wonderful than the human mind can understand. His peace will keep your thoughts and your hearts quiet and at rest as you trust in Christ Jesus. Job understood this in his own life. If you've studied the life of Job, studied the book of Job, in fact, I would encourage you to read that book from time to time. It's a little bit of a difficult book to read because of all the stuff that Job goes through, but it's a very telling lesson for us, very instructional lesson for us. But Job understands, even in the midst of his ups and downs, he understands the power of praise. As you get early into the book, Job loses everything. He loses his finances, he loses his family, all of his kids. He's looking at just a bunch of loss all around him. And I want you to notice what Job says in Job chapter 1, verses 20 and 21. We're talking about faith and trust related to praise. Then Job got up. This is after all these losses. Job got up and tore his robes and shaved his head in mourning for the children. That's the children he'd lost. And he fell to the ground, and what did he do? He worshiped God. He said, naked, without possessions, I came into this world from my mother's womb, and naked I will return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Job trusted God in the midst of all of his losses. I've watched in this congregation over the years, as your pastor, I've watched people go through all kinds of stuff. Terrible situations in life, losses, difficulties. Now, I can basically put people in two broad groups when it comes to dealing with losses. I've watched people become bitter and angry at God and mad about their circumstances and somehow get sort of poisoned in their spirit about what they're going through in life. And I've watched people praise their way and thank God through the toughest times of life. And I can promise you this, it's always better to praise your way through your troubles, okay? If you praise your way through your troubles, you always come out better on the other end. Many of the people who grow bitter, they backslide in their faith, they lose their confidence in God, and they go back into the ways of the world, and it's sad, oftentimes a very sad story. But I can look across this room today, and I can see some faces of people that you walked through some tough stuff in your life, but you kept praising God through it, and guess what? You're still standing because you praised God through the difficulties of your life. You made it through.